of country music for any of you fans out there. Welcome to Nashville. We're at Nissan Stadium. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. Katie York set to get this one started. And away we go from Nashville. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play is a design run. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. That one's complete to Chimere DK. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Well, they will certainly take that kind of passing from the rookie out of Miami as he gets them the first.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
That's complete right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
70 Lions.
2nd down, looking for options. Downfield to DK. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Ready?
1st down and goal to go.
Let's go now.
Jensen. Can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Genty again. And this time he makes it. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
He's going to keep it this time. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. This one goes for an even 25 yards. That is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
a gain of 25 yards. First down.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and keeps that defense honest.
Cut by the open man. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it'll be first down Colts.
10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
And that's not what the offense talking about. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Got it. Ready?
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on third down. They'll throw third and long. Forced out to his right. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Titans are going to have it after the second interception of the season.
That's one of those drives, Kate, especially on the opening drive. You come to the sidelines, and all you're thinking about, unfortunately, is the failure at the end. It's kind of like being a student. You're so good all semester, and then you just bomb the final exam.
First play is going to be again to Genty. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
Brings up second and 18 at the 24-yard line.
1 quarter down in this all AFC South contest. The Titans are leading so far. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break.
Okay, ready?
We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They have second and pretty long here. Back to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Shotgun now on third down. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Quick to the left, it's caught. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. They gain 11 on that play. And the Titans have a first. Markers are reset. Here we go. Going with the 44. Genty from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. They go to him again. And this time he makes it. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a 13-0 lead.
I just love seeing the approach of this entire offense, not settling for anything. Yeah, this running back, he's finding the end zone through the running lanes. But let's give a tip of the cap to the big boys up front because they are setting the tone. 2 drives, 2 rushing touchdowns.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans double their lead to 14. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Return coming from the 6. Showing a little burst so far. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
At their own 36-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Richardson. Headed out right. Throws this one deep down the right side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Richardson now, 3rd and 2. Completed to his running back. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Left side into the hands of Warren. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach the 2nd down. From the gun, Taylor. And he's going to be right up against that line that they needed. Make it 3rd and maybe a yard at most from the 34.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
It's in or no, they dropped another one. Kicks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. But it does force a 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The almost pick hasn't shaken their faith in this offense. They're leaving him out there. Here's 4th down. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. That's on target to Pierce. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. Dropped by the 1st down. He met no gain on that 1st down run. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of the series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Flush down out to his left. He can run it. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape out. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
We go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Richardson on the sneak. And he runs it across. Touchdown! get their first points of this game just before halftime. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. That one splits the uprights. And the Colts chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
Only a half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive.
70 Lion. Warrior 70. Trap 60. Trap 60.
First and 10, they're going to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Come on. Ready?
Drawing out the design keeper. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Here he goes, third and long. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Wow, special teams highlight here. What a kick, down in it at the 1. First call here coming from the shotgun. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety. After surrendering the safety, they're out to boot it away. And not the way to follow up that safety. They send the free kick out of bounds. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They'll throw it here on first. Short pass brought in. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, or there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. To throw, Richardson. Chased out to his right. That one's complete, right side. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That play good for 17 on a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He finds his running back on a deep shot. Nicely done. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, And the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Pulls it out to 7. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop? We're playing the same guessing game the defenses are on those kind of plays. Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time, the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
A first and goal pass? Yeah, it can be an active surprise at times, but let's give some credit to this defense and the coverage in particular. They stayed focused and locked in on those routes, giving that rush plenty of time to get home, and now make second and goal much, much more difficult.
And he's going to score a touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts cut into the lead coming out of halftime. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, first and 10. Here's Genty running right. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
He's got a man left. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
That's good.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
At the 46-yard line.
Sign quarterback run here. And a couple of teammates combined in there for the stop after just 1 yard.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. And by his back here, it's Genty. He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Taylor powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Colts ready for the punt. They could really use a good one here. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. It's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there, second down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun give here to Genty. And they find them after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Back to Genty. Runs around him, he's got space. Into the red zone! And he's finally hauled down at the 12. So we're through 3 here. The Titans have it with the lead. Just got to hang on for a little bit longer. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Another give here to Genty. And they're on him right as he gets back to the line. Great recovery after they got gashed on that last play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Here's a design run. Second down run, good for 4. That brings up 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
About set. This is 3rd and 5.
Cougar 19.
He'll pass it this time. He's got it. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
Look at that throw in double coverage to a running back. I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. It gives credit to the effort it took to make that catch. A whole bunch of bodies around him.
Here's Genty. And he takes this one in for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans push this to an 8-point game. Point after try upcoming to make this a 2-score game here in the 4th. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans push the lead to 2 scores now. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Here's Gould on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And that's where they'll begin the drive following the return. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Come on.
They take the handoff. Now Richardson buying some time right. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. That throw intended for Tyler Warren. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find a 1st.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Richardson. Over to Douglas on the sideline, caught. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the 1st down.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their 1st. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Second and 3 now.
Mustang 19.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He rolls to his right. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
Third and short yardage here, Richardson. That's caught for the first. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
On first down, it's Richardson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here we go. 19, left, dragon 60. Ready.
Richardson on third. This one quickly to Taylor. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Once more now, it's Richardson. Put the body on the line for his team. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And the Titans rush is going to win this round. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Panther 11. Let's go now.
That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Colts at a 2-score deficit. Setting up, 2nd and goal.
18 rattlers. There we go. Mustang, not perfect. Panther 60. 79 Broncos.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
I'll say this, Kate. This quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
Here he is to throw. And he takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. York tacks on that extra point. And the Colts cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Give up the guns. It's Genty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
He tucks it and takes off. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
You know, sometimes, and you've heard this from a lot of the great coaches, know when to lose a battle to win the war. And that time, just simply not taking a loss, pretty big deal for the offense.
Looking to throw. All the left side. And this one is over. The Titans get the 1st down, and that should finish off this victory for them. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Line up the design keeper. So this winds up a win for the Titans. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Titans are your winners as we say goodbye from Nashville.